Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Amador Testa. I'm the Chief Product Officer at EmailAge. And here with me I have Jennifer Kokanauer, who is our VP of Sales. For today, I would like to start the session asking, did you know that just with a simple email address, you might be able to faster approval 60% of your new applications and transactions, as well as to stop nearly to half, 50% of all your fraud problems? EmailAge is a global fraud prevention company that has built the technology that can allow that to happen. So right now, we see an email address as a global identifier. So that means with an email address, we can collect information about an individual from any part of the world. That means if you have customers based in the US, as well as customers from outside US that are using your service, or if you have a business in different countries, our coverage is global. So with our service, the only thing that we ask is a simple email address. By sending us that email address, we'll be able to do a very predictive risk assessment on that email, and that means we'll be able to identify what is the likelihood of someone that gave you that email address and make a good payment, being a good customer, or being someone that's actually taking benefit of the system. Related to the use cases, they are very broad, right? So it's basically any transaction where the email address is provided. A good example would be on the onboarding process. So as you are bringing new customers to your system, it could be card applications. You are now bringing new customers as card members. It could be P2P money transfer, or any part of when you are registering someone. It also works very well on account maintenance for your existing customers. As someone goes and tries to change that email address associated with your customer, we'll be able to, on the spot, do a very precise risk assessment on that email, right? Who is behind that email? Is it your legitimate customer, or is it someone trying to take over their account? The other use cases are any e-commerce transaction, right? So anything online where an email address is provided, we are able to do that instantaneously risk assessment. About the usage, it's super simple to use our service. We have more than 7 ways to use the information. First one is starting with API. So we have a REST API where you can connect to our database, and in less than 800 milliseconds, we are able to validate that email, collect all the data associated with that email, and then give you that data back along with a risk score. And that risk score is going to be what you can use to either approve that transaction faster or send that to manual review. We also support different ways to consume our data. We have a very nice website that your team can go and check a specific email, or to run a list of email addresses. We also have Sftp, which is through a batch, a secure file transfer protocol. We do HTTP GET, and we are connected to several fraud prevention platforms and data distributors. Now, for today, for Finovate, one thing that we're really proud to mention is we have now extensions covering all 3 browsers. So we have extensions for Chrome, Firefox, and Internet Explorer. And that means if you are using Chrome, like we are right now, you just need to click on Enable Extension for the Chrome, and you get a screen like this that Jennifer just showed to us. So once you're on this screen, with one click, you are going to enable that extension for Chrome. And what that's going to do is, any page that there is an email address, you are going to see an icon near to that email, right? So this is especially powerful for manual reviews. So every time that you are sending cases to your team to do like a second layer authentication, or trying to collect more information about that individual, by enabling that extension, if you're accessing your system through any web browser like Chrome, Firefox, or Internet Explorer, your team is going to see that icon. So this is installation free. It's already part of the browser. They will see the icon. When they click on the icon, they'll get this information. So they'll pretty much get that instantly risk assessment for that email. In this case, as they are doing the analysis, they will see, hey, this email has got a very high score of 973. So the highest the score goes, the highest is the likelihood of being a bad individual, right, associated with fraud. We also know this email has been associated with multiple fraud events. And yes, it is a valid email, but we have seen bad activity since 2014. The other thing that we look is the domain. So is this a webmail domain? Is it a disposable email domain? Is it from a corporation? So all that data, we also get back to you. So now let's look at a good email. If we click on the second example, you see that this is a very good email, got a low risk score of 70, and this individual has this email for nearly 10 years now, and very positive activity, right? So here, with information like this, you can approve 60% or more of your transactions in a much more comfortable way. The solution, like I mentioned, can allow you to identify 50% of all your fraud cases by only sharing the email address. So this is very convenient, especially on a time where we're talking about all these data breaches and how much you can expose of your data. So imagine you're sharing something that's non-PII, just the email, you can still get the network benefit because all the players that use our data, we collect the information associated with those emails. And on the other end, you're detecting half of your fraud, but you're also with the low scores being able to approve a very large number of transactions, 60% or more. On top of that, we have instant ROI. So that means when you start using our service, you see the benefit right away. Some of our customers have more than 10x ROI, so for $1 invested, it's more than 10 that they get back, and everything happens on real time, right? I would like to invite you to stop at our booth. We have the Email-Age booth at the exhibitor hall, and we'll be there to take any questions and talk about our solution in more detail. So once again, thank you everyone for your time, and you guys have a great end of the day. Thank you.